Hey everyone, welcome to the live. This is 7 days straight. It's my seventh day straight going live on YouTube. I'm pretty excited about that. So as you guys are jumping in, I'm just getting set up here. As I use my streaming platform, I have to go in and edit the actual YouTube video that shows up for you guys on the platform. So I'm doing that right now, and then I'll get into the topic, which I will post very quickly here. We don't want that. Today, I'm going to show you guys, or I'll help you live. If you're still stuck on what online business do I start, that's what I'm going to help you with today. And I'll do it live using my prompts, and I'll help you decide what business you start, because that is usually the thing that blocks most people is I don't even know what business to start. So I also realized that a lot of you, it's Sunday morning, and you might be doing stuff with family. It's Labor Day. I get all of that. So I'm just making a couple quick updates here to the live, and I will get started here in just a minute. So feel free to light up the chat, tell me what where you're from, whatever you want. Say hello. If this is your first time, second time, third time, if you're a subscriber or not, I'll help you choose your best business idea. So now the live should look much different because I updated everything. Okay, let's take a look here. All right, we've got one person in here, I think. Let's take a look. Who's in here? Cancel, save, discard. Oh, I have to make a couple more changes. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. This is the part that gets a little bit tricky, is making all of these adjustments once you have. So I'm using a streaming platform, and then it goes to YouTube directly. And I could put it in other spots. I'm just choosing not to. I'm choosing to keep everything here clean for YouTube. And all right, so now we're here. So here we go. All right, so now I'm watching that. You didn't tell me I could, you can watch me live. I just started doing this. Okay, so here's the cool part about live. Now I'm ready to roll here. Is I can do this. KC, you didn't tell me I couldn't watch you live. Sorry. I just started going live. I've gone live. I went live last Friday, right? So last Friday, and then every day this week started Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This is the seventh day in a row that I've gone live. And I this is the eighth time total. I went live a few other times just to kind of test it out. But what I'm finding here is that these live sessions where people come to, and I don't get a lot of people. I might get, I think the most I've seen is maybe 15 at once. And we talked yesterday. We had a great discussion yesterday. I'm on this push to 300 members. So Mindset School, and I'm not going to be shy about that. So tomorrow, if you're not in Mindset School, the price goes up to $17 per month or $120 per year. Right now, it's $9 per month. Okay. And I'll show you what that looks like. I'll show you the page. So I'm doing this live push to get members, right? And to, but also to help. Like we did, I showed everybody yesterday how to build a school community from scratch, and people loved it. I had like 3 people join, and to me, that's worth it. So this is the Mindset School. That's like a whole classroom. It is. So I'm going to pin this post here. Everyone coming in, welcome. I'm just getting everything set up. So I will help you. If you guys are still stuck on what business to start, I will absolutely help you with that. If you tell me what you do for work or a skill or a hobby, I'll show you how I do this. If you're not on my email list and haven't downloaded my free lead magnet, like this is what I do, but I also do this on calls, on one-to-one calls. And what's happening here, the reason I have my Mindset School up here is because tomorrow, which is Labor Day, September the 1st, the price is going up to $17 per month. And today, all through today, you can lock in $9 per month or $60 per year. I'm at 236 members right now. So I would say that over the last few days, I've gone from probably 225 to 236. I've had a few people leave because people leave groups, right? There's a thing called churn, so people do leave the groups. And I'm on this push to 300. And I said, hey, I'm going to see if I can go live and get 300 members. And unfortunately, it hasn't happened yet, and that's totally okay. But I'm getting members on the live. And this is something that I'm testing for me personally. And then I'll also just give to my members and I'll share the results and say, hey, this this worked. If you're looking, because we did a workshop yesterday from 9 to 11 Central Time. And the workshop was how I built this community, how I built Mindset School. And some of you might have come to that. If you're back, I appreciate it. And I got some really, really great feedback. So I did kind of a similar thing yesterday on my live, and I had a bunch of people that joined. I think I had 3 or 4 people that joined, and then I had some people join overnight. Because what happens is these lives become a video on demand on your YouTube channel. And I'll show you what that looks like. All right, I'll show you what that looks like because nobody does this. I shouldn't say nobody does this, but after the live is over with, like you can see here, I just created all the thumbnails. These all become videos in and of themselves, and people will watch these. So the title is important, like the description's important. And then I just make sure that I put this same thumbnail that people know that this is a live session. And folks will actually watch this. And if you're trying to get monetized on YouTube, like I'll just show you guys my dashboard because I did this yesterday. If you're trying to get watch hours, right? Like to get monetized on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 total watch hours within a 365-day period. Well, this counts as watch hours. So if you're looking at this metric right here, which is watch time, right? The number of hours, if I do this for, 60 minutes and there's 100 people in here, well, it's 100 times 60. That's how many watch hours you're going to get if they stay for the entire time. So doing this just simply increases your watch time. And my views have been down lately, and I put a video on this as to why the views are down. And I really I'm going to unshare now. And it's really just because it's the time of the year. Like people are upset about having lower views. And it's just the time of the year. Like people are going, it's back to school, schedules are changing. People just started they were spending a bunch of money on vacations and back to school stuff. And I've been creating videos and content. I've been on social media since 2019, actively creating content. And this happens every single year. Like there's a dip in August and September, and sometimes it sneaks into October as well. But inevitably, it starts to pick up again, right? Especially as you get close to the beginning of the new year. The new year, everyone's in like buy mode because they want to make their New Year's resolutions, which I don't believe in. I think are ridiculous. If you want to change your life, why are you waiting till January the 1st? Like do it now. Just seriously, do it now. Like you have no reason to wait. But people they think January 1st is some type of like this arbitrary date on the calendar that is going to change their life. It's the dumbest thing ever. Sorry. And if you're doing that, I don't mean to insult you. It's just, what are you waiting for? And I usually ask that question a lot. Like, what are you waiting for? If you want to change your life, like, why are you sitting around waiting and watching and waiting for the timing to be perfect? Don't get me started today. It's Sunday. It's supposed to be a peaceful day, right? So what do you guys want to learn about today? I told you that I would help you come up with your business idea. I have to put a title in, and I can workshop these things with ChatGPT because a lot of people get stuck here. But if there's something else that you want to learn about, I'm more than happy to cover that as well. I'm getting ready to leave for Mexico in a couple of days. My wife and I are going for about 5 nights to celebrate our 15-year anniversary, and we're really excited about that. But in the meantime, okay, 20 person, here we go. Thank you. I have been a wildland firefighter since 2002, national crew leader for a 20-person initial attack fire crew, but I feel like I'm stuck in a box. Okay, first of all, man, it goes without saying, thank you for what you do. Like, we need you. Seriously, we need you. So since 2002, have you used any of my prompts? Have you gone through that stuff yet? like the skill to business formula. Have you gone through any of that? I'm going to just open up ChatGPT and start workshopping some stuff for you. Maybe we'll get a different result if I do it. Okay. Which is I work as, there's a lot of things that we can look at here. Tell me, I work as, here it is. This is my favorite prompt, or one of my favorite prompts. Skill to business formula. Let's pull all this stuff out. I'm just getting set up here, guys, so I can pull my prompts out. All right, so yeah, here and there, that would be awesome. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's go into ChatGPT. All right, I'm going to share my screen so that we can workshop this. And as you guys are looking at this, you can absolutely do this on your own. I would encourage you to do this on your own. So this is one of my favorite prompts, which is very easy. This is like this is a digital product based prompt, and I got 50,000 views on this video. And the interesting part about this was this was a TikTok video that I made, and it did very well. And I said, you know what? Let's make this a YouTube video, and I did. And it got 50,000 views and like 2,000 subscribers. So that was pretty awesome. All right, I'm going to put this in here. So I'm just going to take your comment in the text. I'm going to go back to ChatGPT, and I'm just going to figure this out here. How do we best do this? So I work as a wildland. I'm a Nashville 20 presidential attack crew. I'm just going to do this right here and leave the other part about you being stuck. When you say stuck in a box, like you can't, like you're stuck in your job, or you just can't, you've tried other things and you can't get out of there. You can't get out of it. It hasn't worked, or your time is limited. Like, what do you mean by that? Expand on that. So here we go. Since 2002, I'm a national crew. Tell me 20 problems I deal with daily. All right. Let's see what it comes up with. And hopefully you can see this. If you can't, I can make it bigger. Is any of this true? Extreme physical exhaustion, carrying 40 to 60 pounds of gear, dehydration risk, smoke inhalation, weather shifts, leadership pressure, making life or death decisions, sleep deprivation, long separation from family, unstable pay, poor air quality. Like, these are the things that people would pay to avoid. Is any of this landing with you? Public misunderstanding, mental health. I mean, I look at these. When I go through this, I look at the stuff that you've helped people with some of these already, right? So transferring these skills. Okay. So hopefully you can see this. But when I look at the transferable skills. Okay, that's what we're always looking for. Like, what are the skills that I have in my job or in my life period that I do every single day that I've been doing for a long time that are transferable to a business? Or even just like, is there something that you could put together that when I put this video out, the 20 problems in 30 seconds, which is absolutely true. Like, that's why that video performed really well. Is you just put this prompt and you put your job in and you get the ideas, the 20 ideas. Is I want you to look at these and think about, okay, is this something that I actually help people with, or I've solved this? Like, is sleep deprivation a thing, or leadership pressure? Because a lot of folks who are younger than you, who are brand new to this, right? As a wildland firefighter, because you've been doing it for a long time, 20 plus years, they want to get better at their jobs, and they're going to be dealing with stuff like this. So are these things that you take for granted that other people just simply don't know about? A lot of the times when we've been doing something for a while, we just take for granted what we already know how to do. It's like, oh yeah, I do that all the time. Like, I take for granted a lot of the things that I do that are easy, but really, really difficult and challenging to other people. And this is what I would want you to think about. So if I were stuck and I had never made $1 online before and never even tried, I would just look at what's one of these 20 things that I could look at and create something. So I know how to solve this problem. It's simple, and I could create a very simple PDF, a guide, maybe a video like that you could see, that you could potentially sell that solves the one problem, and see if I can go out and earn $100, right? Okay, so here's your comment. It's all things I do daily, but I think it's just natural. It's another Tuesday. I don't see myself doing that. I just see myself doing my job. Right. And this is such a great comment because, and it really kind of validates my point, which is you're just doing your job. You take it for granted. But in the beginning, you were probably, if you could go back in time and go back to the beginning, these are probably things that you were looking at where you said, okay, it would have been nice to know about this, like the dehydration piece. It's like when your parents tell you, hey, make sure you drink water. And it's like, yeah, whatever, I know. And then you get dehydrated and it's like, oh, crap. So maybe there's something that you can think about that would be like a starter pack for brand new wildland firefighters that are just getting started. Like these are the things that you need to know about. Like these are the top things. So I would just simply go through this list and look at that. And this is where you guide AI to do this, right? Maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll just do that now. I'll just talk to it because I like to do that. It's easier for me to speak to ChatGPT, so I'll just do that. I'm thinking of a brand new wildland firefighter, and what are the things that they would need to know that would help them be better at their jobs, that would help them get off on the right foot. This is the stuff that we take for granted. I do this every single day. This is just my job. It's like a regular Tuesday for me, but people that are just starting out wouldn't necessarily know these things. So I'm looking to make $100. My first $100 online. Is there something that I can put together that would help those brand new folks, or maybe people that were in for like a year or two, or just, I'm way ahead of them. I've been doing this for 20 something years. Give me some ideas on what I can combine as like a starter, some type of a starter kit or starter pack to help them get off on the right foot, like a survival guide maybe, or something like that. But just brainstorming, like when I do this, I use AI as the tool to organize my brain. What's normal Tuesday stuff for you is gold for someone brand new stepping into their first fire season. Okay. So you've got a couple of ideas here that it's giving you. And I just look at $100. I mean, that's really important to me, the $100, because so many people who have never made $1 online before are trying to build their retirement business with their first business. You just don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. You're probably not going to do that. Can you create something? And you can create something like this as a lead magnet. Like if you wanted to start a community, okay, again, you guys hear me talk about school communities all the time. If you wanted to start a school community for this person, like a brand new wildland firefighter or someone who's young or whatever you want to help, you could create this community and have this stuff inside of the community, right? As a lead magnet, or maybe even paid stuff. So the first 1 to 2 years guide, does this make any sense? Gear and packing, daily survival skills nobody teaches you. So they're talking about hydration and how to eat. I mean, you know this more than I do. Crew etiquette, mindset and mental game. Mindset's important, and it has to be important in that, I would assume. First season roadmap, right? Maybe you could get them. Maybe there's some. I like the gear stuff, right? Because if you can give them a gear list, you can also look at affiliate stuff as well. And how you could package this and sell it. So the PDF guides, you can have everything in here, a PDF guide. Would somebody pay would a brand new person pay $27 for this? Would you have paid $27 for this? 20 veteran tips that could save your first season. A video mini course. Why will this sell? Rookie firefighters don't want to look dumb. I'm just assuming that's the case. You would know that. Again, I always ask you guys to validate this stuff on your own. Don't let ChatGPT validate it. You validate it. Can you make $100? Can you sell a $27 PDF to 4 to 5 people? I mean, is that a realistic goal for you? Really? All right. This is great, Brian. Thank you. Like, just keep it simple. So let me put this prompt in the chat, okay? I'll put this prompt in the chat. I want all you guys to try this one. well, I work as your job, right? And then do this. So here's the prompt. And then just don't go down a rabbit hole with this stuff. Like put this thing together. Or here is what I would do first. I would find a handful of people, the new guys, right? The new guys who are doing this. And I would say, hey, I'm thinking about putting this guide together. It's got all this stuff in it. It's a rookie survival guide, 20 tips that could save your first season, something like that. Is that something that you would find to be helpful to you? Would you find that to be helpful? You know what I mean? As opposed to making it and then trying to sell it, just go ask. So validate first, go ask the people. And I know you know them. You only need like 3 to 5 people to tell you yes. And then I would make it, right? I would make the thing. And then I would say, hey, remember that thing you said you wanted? Here it is. It's $27. Collect the money, Zelle, whatever. You don't have to open up a business. You don't have to get an LLC to collect $100. I mean, seriously, you don't. Just prove to yourself that you can do it. And then from there, maybe you could, like, if they're interested, maybe you could create a school community for them, like a free school community with paid stuff inside. Like get all these guys together, and I'm sure there's women too, but get everyone together. This is, the $9 hobby plan. I think you know about the $9 hobby plan. And I would just stop right here. Like I would just say, okay, so I'm going to do this here. I'm going to show you what it says because it's going to give me my script because I didn't invent this, but I use this all the time. I want to validate this first with people that I know. Just give me a very non-salesy conversation starter about whether or not this would be something that they would be interested in without sounding like I'm trying to sell them something. And this is the first step. Like don't make it and then try to sell it. Validate it first and then make it. Smart move. Hey, random question with you. If there was a shortcut. So it gives you a couple different ones here, right? I've been thinking about putting together something simple for brand new firefighters. Basically the stuff I wish someone handed me my first season. Do you think that actually help rookies or would it just be common sense to them? That's a good question. Or you can combine some of these, right? Look at something that I've been doing this long enough. I like this one probably if I had to pick one, but I would say what I said. Mine's better than ChatGPT, which was I'm thinking about putting together this survival guide for brand new firefighters, right? Something that I wish I had at my first season. 20 tips, right, from a 20-year veteran or whatever it is. Do you think that would actually help you? Is it something that you would want? Stop talking. Like, don't ask him any other questions. Okay, I don't know that I could. I hear this a lot, and I'm not gonna disagree with you. But I could sell it. I don't think I could sell it because it's a week-long course where we give them this a crash course. All right. So while I don't disagree with that, I'll just tell them it's required. Okay. So you can figure out ways to do this. Like, so I have a guy that he helps EMTs and he's an emergency room. I don't even know if he's here, but he does trainings, and he says that the medical training that exists is like just really not good. And he has people coming to him because his training is so much better, and they invest in themselves because they want to be better than the training, right? So sometimes you're better than the training is what I'm saying. And you being 20 years, maybe you could provide something that is above and beyond that. But you could also go with your ideas. Like, I'll just tell them this is required. I don't know that I could sell it. Well, you won't know until you try. That's all I'm telling you. Like, we can overthink this. We can overthink this and say, like, I'm not sure if this is something that would work, but we won't know unless we make the attempt. And the easiest attempt is just to have the conversation. Like, go through this. Is this something that you would be interested in looking at? You know what I mean? Like, you just have to do it. You have to we all have to get over ourselves, because we can overthink this and we can talk ourselves into anything and we can talk ourselves out of anything. It's just, who are we going to listen to? And overthinking and all this stuff about I'm not sure and I don't know and nobody would buy that and all this. It's like, that's never helped you. It's never helped anybody. It really doesn't help anybody. So do something different. Like if you want to get, one of your comments was the stuck. I feel like I'm stuck in a box. Like if you want this to end, I feel like I'm stuck in a box. That you got to do something different. You got to do this. You got to at least attempt this. And you may have to ask the question multiple times. You might have to ask the question multiple times, and that's okay, right? And you only need a handful of people. Like if 3 people tell me, I just add zeros to it. If 3 people say that they need it, then 30 people or 300 people. I got ideas that they won't tell in the course that I end up spending 2 weeks on doing. Okay, see right here. This is so huge. Yes, I equate this to when I was in sales. They used to bring outside consulting companies that were businesses. They had started their own businesses, and they would come in to help us be better at sales. And I used to tell my bosses, I'm like, why are you wasting money on this stuff? Like these guys don't know what they're doing. Like we already know this. I already know this. And I used to think to myself, man, I could do that. And I never did it. I never did it. And I absolutely could have done it. And I just would, but those guys had their own consulting companies. They were teaching people, they were writing books, and I knew more than they did. And they were just doing it, and I wasn't. I was sitting there talking about it and be like, oh, those guys don't know what they're talking about. Meanwhile, they were making more money than I was, period. And I was just hating on them because they didn't know. But they were out just doing what I was not willing to do because I wanted my safe little security, and I didn't, I wanted my steady paycheck and all my health benefits and just keep pumping money into my 401k. Like that's what I wanted, or that's what I chose, right? I didn't want to take the risk and be like, oh, nobody's going to want to buy from me. No one's going to listen to me. Those are the things that I used to tell myself. All right, so we got one. KC, you're good, man. This is good. Let's work off of this. Okay. If you want more help with this, like, look, guys, I'm not shy about what I'm doing. Like, I'm helping you with your jobs. Like, if you're not in Mindset School, the price goes up tomorrow. It really does. The price goes up tomorrow. I got 236 members in here. Like, I do this type of stuff all the time. You're going to get a one-to-one call with me. It's $9 a month. And you get a one-to-one call with me, $60 a year to get a one-to-one call with me. And I do this type of stuff all the time. So the price is going up to $17 a month tomorrow. So join. The link is pinned in the profile. Let's go. I'm racing to 300 here. Let me show you the classroom. So when you come in as just a monthly member for $9, you will get the one-to-one call with me. And I'll show you where that link lives right here inside the Start Here course. Here is the roadblock call. It's already here. You get a free 20-minute roadblock call. Not joking, right here. Here's my calendar. I've even opened up my calendar for after vacation. So the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th, the 2nd is even open. So you come in, you get your call booked with me, and I'll help you through your roadblocks. All right? I will help you through this stuff. You are going to get this 1, 2, 3, these 3 courses. So this is Build It Backwards, how to build a 1K offer. And we all have a $1,000 offer. If you sign up as an annual member, you're going to get this digital product challenge, where I'm going to show you how to actually take one of those ideas and create it and build all the stuff. If you come in as an annual member, you're going to get these 2 as well. So the YouTube workshop replay, which is where I showed how I grew my YouTube channel, and then the Build Your School, which is a brand new course that I'm creating in September when I come back from vacation. The replay of the workshop that I did yesterday, where literally one person said this workshop was worth the entire membership, and he paid $60 to get in. This workshop was worth the entire membership to come live. So, okay, I'll get in there soon this afternoon. All right, you should be in there. Super basic facts. You're right. I got ideas. They won't tell me. Excellent. Okay, anybody else have an idea, or you're stuck? If you have multiple ideas on what business to start, I will help you. If you don't do in this workshop, if you don't want to do anything related to your job, then let's find something that you're good at, because I have other prompts that ignore your job. And let's find something that you're good at. So who wants to be a guinea pig for me? And I will help you. Casey just got some good ideas here. And this is just scratching the surface. And if you haven't made $1 online yet. No money. I want you to think small in the beginning. My sound is not working. Oh, hell. My sound is off. That sucks. JS, don't forget to hit the like button and share the live so others can come get some. Thank you. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Badger, I appreciate that. Yes, thanks for reminding me to share the live. Sounds good on this end. All right, good. All right, awesome. Thank you. So who else wants me to help them with the business idea? Or maybe you have a business idea. Awesome. Again, guys, we're pushing to 300 here. Actually, there's an email that's going out. I just sent it. I mean, an email that went out about 30 minutes ago. So what I do during these pushes at the end of the month where I raise the price is I'll send out usually probably 5. Hello, Maya. How are you? Thank you. What I typically welcome, and I hope you enjoyed, I know you were at the workshop for a little bit yesterday. I hope you enjoyed it, the school workshop. When I send out these, when I do these price increases, and I don't like this about the business, but it's just the way it is. Like everybody waits until the last minute. I don't know what it is about waiting till the last minute. It's almost like they don't believe the person when they're saying, hey, the doors are closing or the price is going up, but inevitably everyone waits till the last minute. So I have been advertising this price increase for Mindset School on my About page for about a week, that the price was going to be going up soon. And then I've been sending emails. Like I've sent emails the last 3 days that the free trial was going to end, which it did. And then the price is going to go up to, and then the workshop. So I used yesterday's workshop as a way for people to get into the group. You either join as an annual member or you upgrade your membership to annual. And that worked. And then I went live and that got even more people in. And this is working out really well so far. Like I'm not going to go live every day, but I'm definitely going to incorporate this as part of my strategy on YouTube, is to be live more often, and maybe probably like the same day and time each week, because this really, I think, builds a lot of trust. And if I can do these workshop style lives where I'm answering questions or I'm showing you inside of my group, or I'm showing you how to do certain things, like yesterday I was going through my whole funnel and 3 people signed up like right on the spot. And now they're in and they're engaging and they've already booked their calls with me. This is something that you can absolutely do for your own community if you decide to start a YouTube channel. I'm big on YouTube, and lives are something that are being pushed out. Like I hit the live button and I want to sign up. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but now I got an idea now. All right, cool. There we go. I got you now. I want to sign up. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I think I got an idea now, right? Sometimes that one thing is the idea. The idea is the thing. Consistency is a key factor. Yes. Yesterday during the workshop, regarding school community, because mostly everybody's question was this, and you don't need to do a school community. This applies to anything. Like if you've got something to sell and you want people to see your stuff and join and sign up, this is the thing that you need to understand, is that you have to do really the same thing every single day for a long period of time. And that's boring. And most people are not willing to do that. And they also think that it requires more. They think that it requires way more. And don't take my word for it. I mean, I know this to be true. And the example I gave during the workshop yesterday, and the challenge that I made to all of the members, and I guaranteed them that maybe one person, either 1 or 0, would do this. So I related this to a school community, because people were like, how do I get members? How do I get members? This is how you get members. If you have a free community, If you were to go in on any platform and you didn't want to create content, like I took all the roadblocks. I don't want to create content. I don't want to show my face. Like I don't want to do videos. I said, okay, fine. Open up your free school community, right? You're building an audience. You want 100 members in there. And I said, I need you to do this. This is what you do. You find any platform, Threads, you can go into the school platform itself with a school community because you can go in there and interact. There's 175,000 members that have school communities. You can go into other school communities. You can do Facebook groups, whatever, LinkedIn. Just don't post anything. Go into other people's comments and participate, interact, help, serve. Look for areas where you can just simply participate without pitching. Don't tell anybody about your community. Don't say that you have a community. Have it in your link, right? If you're on school, it's going to be in your profile, and everybody clicks on profiles. Like I do it, you do it. So if you're in the school platform and somebody's commenting, like you'll click and you'll see, okay, they have this group, or they're in this, or they're in these groups. And I said, the challenge I made was this: you make 50 comments for 120 days straight, and if you don't have 100 members in your school community, I will refund you your entire membership and you can stay in the group. That's how positive I am that you would have 100 members if you simply just did that for 120 days straight, 0 days off, like 7 days a week for 4 months, 50 comments. And I said, the reason I'm making that guarantee is because I did it. Like I did it. I live that. That's how I built my real estate business, how I got out of my job, is I called sellers every single day for 120 days straight. I didn't do anything. I didn't really do anything else. I did other stuff, but that's really all I did. That was the main thing that I did. And as a result of that, I got deals. I bought houses. Now, I'm not in the real estate business anymore, but I'm using this as an example. And if I did that right now, and I do a variation of that anyways, like I'm all over the place. Like I'm running ads. If I had a free group, I'd have 100 members in there in a month, guaranteed. And I have a member inside of my community who got 100 members from his very first school community in 5 weeks. And he used YouTube to do it. He made YouTube videos, told people about his free school community, and he's got 100 members in there in 5 weeks. Simply, and it's not amazing. It really isn't amazing. It's just the formula. Like you show up and you keep telling people about your group, they're going to sign up. And your group doesn't even have to be awesome. It can be like mediocre, or maybe like a 6 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10 in terms of how it looks, like what's inside, what the about page looks like. And the reason that you'll win is because the other people won't do that. They won't do that. The number one income earner on school is a guy that his name is Nick. He's a young guy, and he makes over $300,000 per month on school. And he put out a video on YouTube recently that I shared with my members that I usually don't share outside influencers because I don't want them to be distracted. But he said, if you take one thing away from this video, take this away. It was a 50-minute video, 55 minutes. And after 16 minutes, I told all my members to turn it off because none of the other stuff matters. This is the first 16 minutes is what matters. And he talked about how he shows up every single day. For 400 days straight, he did some type of activity in school for 400 days straight. He's like, that's why I beat all the other people. I wish there was something else I could tell you, but that's the reason. And I know it to be true because we all think that we need to have all these other things. It can't possibly be that. It can't possibly be showing up every day and doing what others are not willing to do, or doing what you have not been willing to do. That's it. If you just did that thing, you would win. And, because I see a lot of people that are like, for the next 30 days, which I think is great. If you've never done it before, like for the next 30 days, I'm going to commit. I'm like, why don't you do it for 300 days? And they're usually like, oh, I just want to get to 30. I'm like, are you trying to get to 30 days? Or like, are you trying to change your life, or are you trying to prove a point, right? Like commit now for a long period of time. Like we live in these short time frames. 300 days, you do that for 300 days straight, your life is going to change forever. And I think everyone in here knows that to be true, that you will have a different life if you were to do something like that for 300 days straight. I like boring. Yeah. good. You have to like boring. If you don't like boring, then you're going to get bored with business, because business is not really that challenging in terms of like the activities that you're doing. It's it's avoiding the distractions and the second guessing, and when it gets difficult, a lot of the times you want to fold up and go back to your old life. Like I've wanted to quit a lot. You will want to quit. We were talking about guarantees yesterday, and I said the only guarantee I make in my group is you will want to give up. That I will guarantee you, and this community will help you not want to quit. All right, that was a mouthful there. Does anybody have an idea they want me to workshop? Again, this is me helping you with your business idea. Do you have questions? Is there something you're unsure of? Like, have you tried stuff in the past? Like, hit me with it. I'm here for you guys. Workshop. What do you need? So far, nobody has signed up, but that's okay. I'm not going to get the 300. Like I thought I was going to get 300. I went 3 hours live the other day. I thought I was going to get to 300, and it just didn't happen. It didn't happen, and that's okay. But if I didn't do it, I wouldn't have gotten any members. But I yesterday and the day before, the 3 hour live, and then the 90-minute live yesterday, I made some really good connections, and people were really, really happy with the live. And they joined, and they've already booked calls, and they're interacting, and they're saying things like, hey, I really like the thing you said in the live was really important. That's the thing that made that resonated with me. Like they're putting it in the DMs when we talk. And guys, if you're looking, like this is all about trust. Like whatever you're doing for your business idea, whatever you're thinking about, like this is going to be the differentiator for you, is the accessibility to you, the fact that you're speaking somebody else's language. Like me sharing my experiences as a business owner, or as someone who's gone through the 26 side hustles and quit on all of them, or when I talk about my son and how I was missing him grow up, those are the things that people connect with. So with you and your story, when you're telling your story, like those are the things that people are going to connect with. Not that you necessarily have the best offer or you're making the most money. The offer matters, but people are now more than ever since COVID, and I think since AI has come around, people are really craving more personal touch, more human touch, and I found that to be true inside of my own groups, which is why I think I'm doing so well with my groups lately, is because I'm very present and people want that one-to-one connection. They actually want to be able to talk to somebody. Hey, if I have a problem, it's nice to know that I can speak to you. And I said yesterday, that I think I have the best offer on the internet. And I'm going to stand on that hill. I think for what you get, the return on investment for $60 for the year, plus all the courses that you get inside and a one-to-one call with me and the workshops, I mean, doing this live, I mean, this is free. I'll continue to do this for free, but what you get ROI based on what people are doing in my group. And if you come into my group, you're going to see people are winning. They're making their first sale. They're crushing through mental roadblocks that have held them back for years. They're opening up their first communities. They're getting their first 50 members, their first 100 members. And it's because of the fact that they're making a decision and they're going through this mindset reset. Yeah. You're a leader. Thank you. You have been teaching me so much. I had no clue this world existed, making money just selling stuff online who don't know what you do. Yeah. Now, see, look, Casey, this is something I take for granted, or that I used to take for granted, because I have been talking about selling what you know for years, And I just assume everybody knows it, or I just assumed, and people don't know it. They don't even think about it. They overlook that because, like you said, you validated it, which was, hey, that's just a normal Tuesday for me. I'm just doing my job. And then you don't realize that other people don't know how to do that. And it can be like the simplest thing. I tell this, that's really refreshing to hear. No, wrong one. I'm getting better at this live thing. I already said that. I like this button where you can just kind of share the comment across the screen, because on the replay, so for those of you who are watching the replay, you can't see the chat. So that's why I put them up on the screen. If I'm doing this inside of YouTube Studio, everyone can look at the chat and roll through. So I like it when you can put the stuff on the screen. But yeah, taking for granted what you know is very simple. Like I started helping. I realized how my 25, well now 30 years of sales can help people. I teach people about it in my communities, but I've helped other companies with sales because they don't know what they're doing. They're good at what they're good at, right? They're good at either being a financial person or, maybe a CEO or a CFO or a marketing person or a massage therapist or whatever it is that they do. They don't know how to sell. They don't know about sales processes and all that stuff, but I do, and I can help them. And there's so think about whatever your job is right now. Like if you work in any type of like a more corporate setting, just think about this for a minute. Whatever department that you work in, right? If you're in sales or marketing or finance or HR or, whatever the department is, customer, quality control or customer service, businesses all have those departments, right? And some small businesses can't build those departments. So they either have to do them themselves or they have to hire them out. And sometimes they can't afford a full-time person. So if you can create like an agency that helps people with bookkeeping or helps people with their marketing or helps people with their sales processes, like you take that stuff off their plate, you help them with that so that they can do the thing that they're good at, right? Which is, being a massage therapist, or, maybe they have trying to think of some of the businesses I worked with. I had a business I worked with once that they were doing $80,000 a month with no sales team and no sales process and the free version of a CRM. I'm not kidding. They were doing 80 grand a month. And what they would do the guy was a CFO, and he would find small businesses, fractional CFOs. So they would work like part-time, because they couldn't afford a full-time CFO. And instead of paying somebody, a couple $100,000 a year, they might pay them $6,000 or $8,000 a month, and they would place the CFO. That's what he was good at, but he had no lead generation system. It was all word of mouth. They had no sales process. And I came in there and I was just dumbfounded. I'm like, the fact that you guys are doing this without having any of these processes in place is truly amazing. And that's when I knew that if you're simply just willing, and I knew this before, if you're simply just willing to step out there and put yourself out there and start making stuff happen, like that type of result can happen for you. Now, they weren't clearing 80,000 a month. They were grossing 80 grand a month, but I think everyone in here would probably take that. If you could get to that point with like a 3 or 4 man team. I think they had 3 people on their team. And I've been inside of lots of businesses like that they're good at the thing that they're good at, but the rest of the stuff that's required to run a business is lacking, is missing. That's why a lot of businesses struggle, is because they don't know how to deal with all that stuff. They don't even think about it. They try to do it all. They try to wear all the hats, and you can't wear all the hats. Unfortunately, you cannot wear all the hats. You can in the beginning, and I want you to wear the hats in the beginning, but you definitely can't keep it up for a long period of time. All of the above. So, what else? Who can I assist with an idea or with anything? What do you guys want to learn about? I probably should have posted my link inside of Mindset School. My members get mad at me when I don't tell them that I'm live. They don't get mad at me. They're just like, oh, I wish you would tell me. Delegation is a beautiful thing. It is. It certainly is. you can, I delegate my personal life, and I delegate my business as well. Now, I mean, being truthful here, I'm, other than my wife, I'm the only one who works in my business right now, and I've set it up that way. While I had a lot of success in the real estate business, and even in my coaching business, I've got some hangups, right? Because I had to let an entire team of people go in my real estate business because I built a monster. I created a monster. I created a big fat mess, and I had to let people go, and it was pretty tough. It was pretty tough. They took it hard, and you know, I'm like, man, I don't want to do that again. So I'm just being very cautious on hiring. But I've also built a business that meets my vision of not having to build these huge teams, right? And something that I can manage, which is why I love school. Like, you can be a present owner, and you don't have to manage a lot of moving parts and a lot of people. Like, they tell you that you do, but again, I refer to the guy who makes $300,000 per month on school. He's a one-man show. He does it all by himself. Maker School. He's got 3,000 members that he manages. And the way that and he said he could get to 7,000 based on his bandwidth. And I have a very, very similar target in the short term for number of members. And I didn't calculate the way that he calculates, but it's nice to know that I will be able to dedicate my time to the members and still not miss a beat. And I really don't plan on not doing the one-to-one calls anytime soon. As long as I'm able to do it, I will do it. Because here's the thing about members, and this is just life, and I want you guys to take this away here, is one of the reasons I do one-to-one calls, one of the main reasons I do one-to-one calls, is that my audience wants them. I listen to them and they want it. So you can get a call with me, a one-to-one call, 20 minutes of my time, right now, today, until tomorrow, for $9. And after tomorrow, you get it for $17, which again, I think is still the best deal on the internet based on what I can provide to you. If you really want to bust through barriers and build a business based on what you enjoy doing, what you know how to do, and you're just kind of stuck, like, I can help you get unstuck. And then I put you in the community where we continue to help you get unstuck. That's the main reason I do it, is because I help people get results. And if they don't get results, then my group doesn't grow. So I do it because it's the fastest way for people to get results, and they ask for it. The other thing that I get out of the one-to-one calls is I get information. I get data. They tell me what is challenging them, right? Like, hey, I'm stuck with I can't stop overthinking. I can't stop with the analysis paralysis, right? I can't stop any of that stuff. And I'm sorry if this is repetitive, because I shared this yesterday, and I think this is really powerful, which is why I teach the way that I teach, because I used to do it wrong. I did it just like everybody else, which is I would build stuff, I would make stuff, and then I would try to sell it. So we're back in Mindset School. Let's go in the classroom. There's still 236. So when somebody joins, and this is pinned, this link is pinned in the chat, the cash register goes off. So who's going to make the cash register go off? So let's go to the classroom. When somebody here, I want to show you something first. So look at this page where fear, overthinking, and doubt go to die. Overthinking is right here. And then my first line, Mindset School, and I teach you how to do this. Mindset School is where overthinking ends and your first win begins. Fear, doubt, analysis, paralysis, right? Launch your first online offer, open your first community, make your first sale without buying 100 more courses. Then I tell you what's inside, and here's the page. So just remember this. Overthinking, right? Remember that. Because I'm going to go back into the classroom, and I'm going to show you how I set this up. This isn't by accident. So when I built this Start Here course, I have a couple of questions, which is, and everybody goes through this. I direct them to go through this. Here's a question that I ask them. Where are you at with your business, and what's the biggest block? So think about your audience, and you want to always find out, like, where are you at right now, right? Because when you're trying to take people through a transformation, you want to know what their current situation is. Where are you at right now? And then where would you ultimately like to be? Gosh, I would spend $17 to share a pizza and beer with you, Brian. So why not 17? But 9 is better. Well, just spend this, just upgrade, just do the $60 deal. It's annual, and there you go. And one of the things I'm thinking of doing when the group gets large enough and everybody wants it is starting to do in-person events. But I don't know what that looks like yet, and that's something that I've been thinking about. That's coming down the line because that would be amazing. It might be one of the best moments of my life, quite honestly, if I could do an in-person event with all of you. But back to this, and thanks for saying that. So where are you at right now? This is all intentional because I want the data. So I've got 220 something members, 236 members, 111 people voted. It's pretty good, half. 76 are in research phase. This is where everybody is stuck. People are just researching. They're trying to research their way to certainty, which cannot be done. And then you have some that have launched but haven't pulled the trigger. So most people are right here. So I just think to myself, okay, my audience has spoken. How do I get them out of this? If I can get them out of research phase, then I can get them closer to launching their business. And if they can launch their business and we can stay on them and hold them accountable, then they will have wins. They will have a certain percentage of these people will have success. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So that's question number 1. Question number 2, which is really important. Then I want to know where they came from. Like, how did you find me, right? Most people find me here on YouTube. YouTube is that's why I spend the most time here, because people from YouTube join the group. Duh. What are we going to cover, right? So this is my best poll. Now, you saw the about page, right? That listed the word overthinking twice. This is why we are here. What is your biggest mental hurdle? Vote below and expand more in the comments. 110 votes. You're not going to be shocked. Overthinking, followed by analysis paralysis, are the 2 spots where people are stuck, right? Almost all of the people are right here, overthinking and analyzing to the moon, and then in research phase. So that's where everybody lives. And knowing that that's the case, I can now create stuff that gets them out of that cycle, which is exactly what I did with this reset course that everyone loves. It's me talking about all these different 18 roadblocks and how to overcome them. And people really like this course. And it's me sharing my screen on a Google document. I'll show you this will pop up in a minute here. It's taking a second. Yeah. Google document, me in a Loom video. These are usually anywhere from like 4 to 7 minutes tops. I keep them short on purpose. And then they have to comment. I direct them to comment. Imposter syndrome. Watch the lesson. Here are your action steps. Drop a comment below and people comment. This produces engagement. This produces a lot of different things. But yeah, then I go back to this about page did not look like this. Overthinking was not on here. Now it's everywhere. It's here. It's here. It's in my ads. It's in all of my messaging because I know that's what people are doing. And they say, yeah, I overthink everything. I can't stop overthinking. Then it becomes that much more. Here's Mark. Here's Mark. Mark, hello. Just joined Mindset School. My skill is helping experts map out their methodology. I like to teach us a workshop and I'm blocked on publishing for myself, even though marketing is my 9 to 5. Okay, first of all, thank you very much for sharing that. When did you join? You say just, like you just joined right now or? Oh, sorry. Mark. I got a lot of people in the group. Either way, thank you for joining, but let's work this out. Okay, let's work this out for you. You didn't come to the workshop yesterday, did you? My skill is helping experts map out their methodology. Could you be like a little bit more clear on that? Hey, Mark, cheers. What's up? A few days ago. Awesome. Wonderful to have you here. And you're here now. Have you done a workshop yet? Like what's blocking you? I'd love to hear this. I'm just waiting for you to answer. Take your time, please. And I'll just start. I'll just to keep the flow going. I'll just start talking. I love the pizza thing. That's pretty funny. KC. I had a guy in he's local. He's local to where I live, and he took me out for lunch. We're not too far away from each other, so that was kind of cool. I have a few people that are local in my mastermind group, but there's a guy who's local that he's one of the founding members. We haven't met in person yet, but we will. Okay, so I work in B2B. No, wrong one. I work in B2B services marketing. Haven't launched the thing. Okay. I'd like to teach this in workshops, but I'm blocked on publishing for myself. I'm just going to make some assumptions about why you're blocked. And there's a reason you joined Mindset School is because of the roadblocks, right? Like you've got this ability, you do it every day. You know how to do it. It's the actual execution of it will not be an issue for you. You know how to teach it. Again, you're doing it. You have the knowledge, you have the skill, you have the ability, but something's stopping you. And it's likely, it could be just putting yourself out there, fear of failure. What are people going to say? What are people going to think? Is it not going to be good enough? I mean, I'm living proof that it's never good. It doesn't ever have to be good enough because it can't be good enough. Like this particular live right here will never be my best effort. Like I'm just always trying to get better. Like I view these as reps. And also unfortunately, this is the 9-to-5 mentality. And this is what we've been programmed to think our entire life. This is my viewpoint of it. Whether or not you agree with it, that's up to you. We have been programmed for perfection since we were young. You got to get an A+. You got to get a perfect score on your test, right? You got to make sure you study. You got to make sure you do your research. Do your research. How many times have you heard that on a social media thread? Do your research before you speak. Know what you're talking about before you speak. And that gets embedded in your brain. It's like you have to be some type of quote unquote expert before you're allowed to open up your mouth. And I am the furthest thing from an expert. The furthest thing from an expert. There are people way smarter than me, way better than me at what I do. And guess what? They're not doing it. They're not doing it because they're sitting in the background trying to create this perfect scenario, this perfect situation where there's never any problems, nothing ever blows up in your face, and you don't make any mistakes. You spend a lot of time and energy trying to avoid the wind in your face and running uphill. You're going to see a video come out tomorrow inside of Mindset School that references this. So I'm teasing it a little bit. Like everybody is trying to avoid pain. Everyone is guess what? That's life. Like you can't avoid it. It's unavoidable. So instead of trying to avoid it, why don't we prepare ourselves for when that happens so that we can work through it better? Yeah, bring it on, wind. I'm happy running uphill because I know that eventually I'm going to make a left turn and it's going to be okay. And the wind's going to be at my back or maybe on my side, or maybe I'm not getting punched in the nose right now. Like you can't avoid this. Yet we spend so much time, effort, and energy trying to avoid that situation, trying to make it so that the wind's at our back all the time and that we're running downhill. Pain avoid. That's not you. That's everyone, man. Nobody likes pain. That's everyone. And I don't have a magic pill. I don't have a magic formula. I can just tell you that nobody ever died doing a workshop. Nobody. Well, maybe they did, but not because they did the workshop. You get what I'm saying? Like you just got to do it. We have to find a way to get over ourselves and realize that we're making a way bigger deal out of it than they do. Usually when I put something out, like I'll get off of this workshop or I'll get off of this live and I'll say, you know what? I probably could have done better there. I stumbled over my words a little bit. Like we're our own worst critics always. And yet people are in here like, Casey wants to have pizza with me. It's like, it doesn't matter what we think. It doesn't matter what I think. It matters what you think. You're the audience. And if you're saying that this is good and you're getting value from it, that's all that matters. And we put way too much stock in what we think when we're not the ones with the credit cards. We're not the ones who are the paying customers. The customer decides, we don't decide. And if you can flip that narrative a little bit, it usually helps. It's helped me a lot. Like Brian's opinion matters, but truly it does not matter. By the time we talk, we are ordered to listen. Yeah. So again, this goes back to school. Like everything's got to be perfect. Journey, hello. Hi, Brian. What time will the price increase on your membership? Tomorrow, September the 1st. So today's the last day. The exact time, look, I'm being honest here. When I wake up tomorrow. I won't change it tonight at midnight because I don't stay up that late. So if you happen to catch it, and I won't advertise this in my emails, but if you happen to catch it at 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm still asleep, you know, because I usually get up about 5:30 or 6 and I'll wake up and I'll change it. So if you're up at midnight, you know, midnight to 2 a.m., it'll probably be there because I'll be asleep. I won't change it. But I've got 2 emails going out today. One's already went out, and there's another one that's going to go out at night. I think at 10 o'clock Central Time, like the last push. And I might send out one in the morning because everyone waits till the last minute. So you've got a little bit of time. So on the workshops, like, and thank you for that question. I appreciate it. So on your workshops, it's just, man, look, it's scary, it's tough, but you've got to do the first, like if you're looking at doing, where do you recommend I start Mindset School? I went annual, but that may be a distraction. To get the school training, that may be a distraction for pre-selling that workshop. Okay, here. Sorry, I'm reading fast. Where do you recommend I start a Mindset School? I went annual to get the school training, but that may be a distraction for pre-selling a workshop. I think it's a distraction. Yeah, I think that you start right here. Okay, and I built this intentionally, so I think you start right here. This won't take you long to go through. So go through the start of your course. Go through this. Take your time. It won't take you that long to do. Then after that, go through here, mindset recess. Like the best thing that you can do for yourself is to go through these first 2. These are not long, and participate and comment on all of the posts, right? Just comment on as much of these as you can. Take the time to do that. I made the course short on purpose. Then you want to do the actual, like, build the workshop. You can, this is my entire series. Workshop number, this is the Build Your School. I think this is what you're talking about. So this is in here, the replays live. I would wait on this. I would do this, and then you book your call with me and we can work that through too. But in the meantime, have you booked your call with me yet? So go here. If you haven't booked your call, go here to the roadblock call and book this. And something that's really, I hope that's helpful to you, but something that I do intentionally is like, I leave DMs. I have an auto DM for everyone. And I don't ever put the link in here in the DM. I always tell people where to go get it because I want them to go through this. It's all done by design, because I've found that the people who go through all of these lessons and go through this reset course right here, they're the ones who have the biggest success. And there's no rush. Like, you don't need to do this tomorrow, right? So that's what I would do. There's no rush. Just take your time. Just take your time. I have been watching your videos. I am in several, so I have to squeeze you. So glad you have a membership. Thank you. Look, I'm aware of that. I really am. And a lot of people are in that. And that's one of the reasons that I keep it low. I really do. So start with a 9, and then you can work your way up to annual. That's totally fine. But I hear you. Also, this is an important lesson I want to share as well. So I'm going to go back to the school group, the about page here. If you guys want to see anything else inside the group, just let me know. All right, let's go back here. So this is really, you're welcome, Mark. And thank you for joining, seriously, and being an annual. Like, I know I don't take these decisions lightly. Like, I really appreciate it because there's a lot of options out there. You guys have a lot of choices. And every time somebody signs up, I'm super grateful. I really am. and I want you all to win. I want you all to get your firsts. And I'll show you what's happening here inside the group, which is I intentionally have the wins. Sorry, let's go here. I intentionally have the wins channel first. And then I created this My First Club. So it didn't happen overnight, but as people started to win and go through the roadmap that I laid out for them, they started doing their first. So I have this My First Club, which is first school group, made my first $50, which then turned into 100 right after that. First sale, first ebook release. This guy wrote books since he was a teenager. He's in his 60s, and it took him that long to publish his first book. Came into Mindset School. We had a one-to-one call, and I'm like, dude, you got to publish your book. What are you doing? Like, seriously, what are you doing? And he goes through the same stuff, which is, I don't know what people are going to say. It's not going to be good enough. It's like, we all go through this. Proof that can happen. Well, I have to share this because it's so ridiculous. She made $5,000 in 2 weeks. Now, before you jump in and be like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be her too. She's been doing this for 15 years, but we made one tweak to her business, 2 tweaks to her business. We added another offer level, another offer tier. And I told her to do one other thing, and it worked. It worked. School community, first video, first logo, first newsletter, first sale. Like, it's starting to happen. This is starting to stack up. And then the wins channel is anytime somebody has a win, we post it in here. Like, we celebrate that. People aren't like driving Lamborghinis and Ferraris in here, okay? They're doing stuff that they haven't been able to do previously. And that's what we celebrate in this group. And that's why I'm so passionate about the group, because a lot of us are just trying to get out of our own way. All right. So I hope that helps you guys out. Now, what was I going to tell you? I already forgot. This is part of getting old, that the thoughts just go. They really go fast. I forget what I was talking about. There's 12 of you in here. Does anybody want, I already did this with KC and he's got some great ideas. Does anybody want me to help you figure out what your business idea could be? Like, this is one of the things that I'm really good at. Like, this is one of Brian's superpowers. I excel at this. So if you're thinking about an idea or you don't have an idea, period, let's work through it. I just did it for KC and he's got some stuff to think about. Or what have you tried in the past that has not worked? Like, what is you all want to look at. Most of you are here, how much is the yearly? $60. Which is moving to 120. And it includes a one-to-one call with me. It includes so the yearly membership journey, you just reminded me of what I wanted to talk about. I see this a lot, and I'm okay with it. I really am. But I have some members in my group that are part of like 30 different memberships. And I'm blunt. I call people out. I'm like, what are you doing? Those are all distractions. What are you doing? There is way too much information that we are consuming. And that is a distraction. You do not need to be in 10 groups. If you are in eliminate. Yes, it will move to 120 tomorrow. But look, if you go in at this is important, right? I'm going to just share this with you guys. When you go in at the $9, right? So right now it's $9 per month. You can move to the 60 anytime. Like, that's never going to change. So if you start there, you can always upgrade later. Just because I change the price to $17 per month or 120 tomorrow, if you go with a monthly of 9 now, like, it's not going to be 120. It's going to be 60 when you go to upgrade. Does that make sense? Yep. I have to always clarify that. Again, see, I take for granted that people know that, but I've had that question asked a bunch of times. When you change the price, is it also going to change it for me? Yeah, no. Just start at the low and then upgrade later, and you'll get the savings. And then the clock will reset. Like, you'll get like an extra month. You know what I mean? So you'll pay the 9, but then you'll get you'll sign up for the yearly membership. But what I was going to tell you was about the number of memberships that people have. It's kind of like stacking all these courses together and stacking all of these PDFs and these lead magnets and this big, this big pile of stuff that you'll never use, or all these books that you have that you'll never read. And somebody tells you to buy a book and it's like clear as mud. Haha. Yeah. Somebody used to say that. My boss used to say that to me, my old boss, who I was texting last night, which is pretty funny because he went to Alabama. He's an Alabama fan and I'm an FSU fan. So we were texting last night. And unfortunately for him, FSU beat Alabama, which was awesome. Anyways, to win in business, WIN, to win in business, we have to start eliminating stuff. The distractions have to go. 10 school groups is a distraction. It really is. Because you need to be focused on, if you're going to have your own school group, you need to be focused on your group. Somebody just joined. So did you hear the cha-ching sound? I love the cha-ching sound. So we have a new member. I'm assuming it's Journey, but the name came up different. When we are, so we're up to 237 now. You can see it changed. That's awesome. So for me, like, that's worth being on here. It really is. Alvin, I saw that. Hey, what's up? I joined the annual last night. I'm excited to go through the courses. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I hope we get on a call soon. Journey with Rain Quinn. Rain Quinn joined. Love it. Taking action. I saw that. Great to have you. You're going to be an awesome fit. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's why I do this. So I can connect with you guys, see you on here. Like, a lot of you who are subscribed to the YouTube channel, you don't really get this, right? You just see Brian and I'm doing my videos and it's a little bit more polished. I edit them a little bit more and I just feel like this is much better. This is really working and it's helping me and it's helping you and it's helping me. Everybody wins. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the elimination of school communities. I had one of my mastermind members had like 30 something memberships. And I was like, man, what are you doing? You can't keep up with that. You cannot keep up with that. So I would look at what you could eliminate, especially if you're in paid groups. Like, what can you eliminate? Adriana has a question or a comment. What would you do if the things you feel you can teach online still feel too similar to your 9-to-5 and feel like you're doubling up the work you want to escape from in the first place? Okay, this is we were talking about this earlier. So if you don't, here's the way that I want you to view your 9-to-5, because I do get this a lot. So a lot of times people find their work to be boring in their 9-to-5, or maybe they just say, I hate my 9-to-5, I want to get out of it. Well, maybe you hate it because you don't like your boss, or because you don't like the commute, or you don't like the hours, but maybe you actually enjoy some of the work. And you just lump it all together and say, I want out of this permanently because I just hate all of it. When in reality, if you zoom out and look at it, maybe it's just one or two things: your boss, the commute, the hours. That could be the thing that's causing you to not enjoy the work. And you can teach. This is the reason that I always say start with your 9-to-5. If it's the easiest way to get into business, because you don't have to learn something new. When you go look at all these other side hustles, like affiliate marketing or drop shipping, or all the things, like all the fads that people go through, like everyone goes through the same stuff. You are competing with people who know how to do that already. You have to learn how to do that, and then you have the hardness of business to deal with. So stack the deck in your favor. A lot of us here are, we're a little bit older, right? Maybe we're in our 40s or 50s or 60s, or I have people in my groups that are in their 70s. We don't really have a lot of free time. We got kids, we got grandkids, we got obligations. Like, we got a lot of stuff going on. We're not 20 something where we just have all this free time, and we have and the longevity to make mistakes. Like, it's a little bit more urgent for us. So go with what you know, and you have all these skills. So take one piece of your job, look at one thing in your job that maybe people come to you repeatedly with, and see how you can help other businesses or other individuals. I always look to start there. If you're absolutely dead set, like, hey, I hate doing this. I don't ever want to touch this again. I hate sales, or I hate whatever it is. Then look at a transformation that you went through in your life. Maybe you lost weight, maybe you got better at relationships, or you did something. You solved your own problem that other people have that you could help them with. I'm a perfect example of that. The reason that 26 side hustles failed and 27 worked was because I fixed my mindset. All the stuff that I'm talking about at Mindset School, I fixed for myself. And now I help other people do it. That's exactly what I mean by transformation. Or maybe you just have a skill or a hobby that you like, right? Maybe you like to do something and you want to create a community around that. Monetize that. I hope that helps. Mark, where is the curriculum? Thank you for being patient. It's right here. So this is the main page. When you come into the group as a member, you will be right here, community. So whether you're on your mobile phone or on the desktop, it'll always be right up here, community classroom. Go right through here. Start at this course, go through all the lessons, and then it'll say your next step. And the next step will say, go to this course, which is the Mindset Reset. So do this first. Helpful? Let's go back to the About page. All right. That was a really great way of projecting that question. I have been struggling to find a way to ask. Thank you. That was perfect. Yes. I hear that a lot. And you just lump everything together. Like, oh, this sucks. I just don't want to do this anymore. Well, maybe you do. Maybe there's one thing that you're really good at. Like, I look at, do you guys know the lady on TikTok, I can't remember her name, where she makes $100,000 a month teaching people how to do Excel? Because that's what she did in her job. She was really good at creating Excel, and she created this giant business on TikTok, helping people do Excel. It's just crazy, but it's really not crazy because there's so many people that need to use that for their jobs. And she just showed up on TikTok every single day and started talking about Excel, and people buy our courses. Just look at, if you want to find her, just go for inspiration, just Google TikTok Excel lady, 100,000 per month. Okay. For me, my job is too boring. I am a highly paid data entry person working in IT as an analyst, but I do not get to use my brain in my job role. Is it boring because you've been doing it for a long time? Was it ever exciting for you? Adriana, great perspective. Thank you. Mark, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for asking. I love answering questions. And if you have kids, then you know that they ask a lot of questions. That's where I get it from. All right, let's do this. Journey, I'm going to workshop your job, just like I did with Casey. So we're going to go back to the firefighter example, which, man, I really like this idea. I like this starter pack. So let's copy the prompt. This is one of the best prompts that I've ever invented. For real. Let's get yours going here. Adriana. Sorry, Journey. Rain. I have a Rayanne in one of my groups. Okay. Yes, I've been doing this for 12 years. All right, let me see if I can just get you thinking here a little bit differently. I've been doing it for 12 years. That's good. All right, I work as highly working at it, but I do not get to use my brain for my job role. Let's leave that part out. Maybe you've gone through this. This might be repetitive, but let's do this again. Let's see what comes up with here. It's thinking. Rain. Yes, I have a Rayanne in my mastermind. So now I have a Rain. You guys are gonna confuse me. Rain, Rayanne, Rain and Rayanne. Okay, here are the problems. Here we go. Here we go. I am an epic security analyst. You should put that in. You are a highly paid, excellent, epic security analyst. I can redo it. Okay, so I like this prompt because it's basically tell me 20 problems I deal with daily that other people would pay to avoid. The mind-numbing repetition. All right, so think about this is like one of the things that you said. It's so boring. All right, 6 through 10. The accuracy burden. Is any of this landing with you? The tech process headaches, the human factor. Each of these is a pain point that others would pay to avoid. For example, business owners, managers, small teams without analysts, they'd happily outsource data cleanup, reporting, or process automation to never touch it themselves. Do you agree with that statement? True or false? Do you agree with this? Do you believe that there's a possibility that that could happen? Rain. Each of these is a pain point others would pay to avoid. Business owners, managers, small teams without analysts, which don't have them. Somebody joined. Somebody joined. Let's go. But Rain, back to you. True. All right. So now you look at this a little bit differently. Okay. You look at this differently. These are things you know how to do. And would you like me to take these and map them into potential? I'm looking at agency right here, right? So business owners, managers, small teams. Now I'm thinking big, but I also you could look at done for you data cleanup. Which one makes the most sense for you? Automated reported templates or data? I mean, these names are, whatever. Don't worry about the names, but done for you data cleanup. Do you think there would be demand there? But do you need the training? I mainly set up accounts for employees to log into. Okay, got it. I have not received the training. Alvin, I joined you because of the 26 side hustles you quit and the mindset transformation you went through. I've tried many things, but only did it to make money without the mindset behind it. You sound like me. You're in the right spot. You sound like me. Okay, so you're not sure. That's fine. You don't need to be sure. So here's what you do. I am sure it will be something, and that's okay, but you know a lot of this, right? And then you could just simply go back and just say, look, let's do this. I mainly set up account. Okay, I'm going to workshop this even further, right? All right, so let's switch this up a little bit. I'm going to talk to ChatGPT. You said you're an epic security analyst, right? Let me go back to your comments. I am an epic security analyst. I mainly set up accounts for employees. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to talk to it. Okay, so let's switch this up a little bit. I'm actually an epic security analyst. Epic. I mainly set up accounts for employees to log into Epic EMR medical records systems. Let's redo the list based on that new information. What's pretty funny is that I was legitimately thinking that you were using the word epic and not the acronym for the medical industry. See, something that you know that I don't. So it's doing this in Epic EMR, right? So now you've got some different stuff here. User provisions, chaos, compliance and risk headaches. Does this sound like a little bit different to you or more in line with what you're doing? I mean, the first one looked really good too. But does this sound, You're talking about stuff I'd never heard of. That gives you an idea of what, right. Like, I don't know anything about this stuff. Like, I thought she was literally talking about Epic. So again, we take this for granted. Other people don't know. They don't know. Olu, what's up? Join now or pay $17, peeps. Delay is expensive. It is. Every day you wait, it's costing you money. That's going to be one of my emails today. Every day you wait, it costs you money. Whether you join my group or not, every day you wait and overanalyze and overthink all of this stuff that doesn't matter, truly doesn't matter, it costs you money. It costs you money, and eventually it'll cost you your sanity. Like, you'll just be filled up with regret. I'm surprised that I made it, for real, Pat, to side hustle number 27. I really am. Can you scroll back down? Of course I can. Like this way? Like to the top? Or do you want to see the rest of it? Oh, Lou, what's up? Thank you for being here. Again. Guys, I'm probably going to go to noon Central because it is Sunday, so I'll probably stay on for another half an hour. I'm happy to be, I could do this all day, literally, because I love it. So yeah, scroll back down. Okay, so let's go down to the bottom here. So I'll give you 11 through 15. So now you've got each one of these is something hospitals, clinics would pay to avoid. If automation, better training, or outsourcing gives you examples. Small practices, right here they are. Epic fast tracked onboarding, new staff, compliance teams would pay for audit ready access reports. Managers would pay for role-based access cheat sheets. I never really like to take the next suggestion that ChatGPT gives. This is what I do. All right, so this is what I do. So you already do this. So think about you could literally take these threads and you could spend days in here. I just like to say, look at it this way. And I did this with CJ. Casey, sorry, CJ, I don't want to call you that, sorry. That's one of my son's friends. You want to make $100. If you haven't made any money online before, make $100. Go out and ask people that you know, okay? Pick one of these ideas. And if you don't like these ideas, like the prompt is in here. I've pinned the prompt. I'll put it in again. Okay, I'm going to put this prompt in here again. And then it's one of my videos. It's one of my YouTube videos. It's one of my better performing ones. So just go to, I work as a high school baseball coach. No, just put your job in there, right? Instead of that. So just replace it with what you said. And well, not true for the medical field due to, I don't know which one you're answering, but see if you can make $100. That's what you would tell ChatGPT. Is I just want to make $100. And what you simply do is go out and you find people that think would benefit from this. And ask them, I'm thinking about putting this together. Would this be helpful to you? This is what we did with, I just want to do with everybody. Like, go out and validate it first before you make anything and overthink it. Just ask. And if you get 3 people to say yes, then I would make it as an offer. I would build it. Or I might make a lead magnet to build an email list. But I like this for you. Play with this prompt. And you joined, you're going to get a call with me, like, we'll work through all this stuff. And look, if you don't want to do anything with your job, then don't. Let go of that. I just ask people to explore it first. Like, don't force the issue. You would have to do this outside of the medical field. Okay. Is there a problem with that? Is there a problem with you having to do this outside of the medical field? And could you go back to one of the other options in the beginning where we're just talking about simply just dealing with the data entry part, data cleanup? I don't know enough about that, but is that something that you could consider doing? I'm going to stop the share here. We're up to 238 members, guys. So thank you very much. We've had 2 people join the group since we've been in here. I know one of them is Rain. I like the prompt, no problem. I'm assuming I can find who to offer this to in your membership. Yeah. You're gonna find a lot more than that in the membership. I'm a very active member. I'm in here every single day. That's one of the things that I pride myself on and that I teach to you is to be an active. If you're going to have a community, is to be active. If you're going to have a business, you got to be active, right? Like I meet a lot of people. Will this be on your channel for me to review? Yes, it will. It's a video on demand. It's usually available right after I hit the live. It's just got to after I hit end, it's just got to upload. So there's that. And then I literally have a YouTube video that I made, which is, here, I'll show you which one it is. I'll just link it so you can save it and pin it for later. One moment, please. Or let me just share my screen. Why don't I just do that? And then I'll pin it for you. So share screen, YouTube. All right, here's my channel. So if you ever want to find my best videos, you just go to videos, click the videos tab here, and then click popular. This will be the number of views. And this is the one right here. This AI prompt unlocks 20 digital products that you can sell in 30 seconds. So I'll put the video in here. There's the link to it. There you go. This is the one that changed my entire channel. This one right here. Your side hustle search ends today. Most of you saw this one. This is number 2. This one did really well. And one of the things that I've talked to you guys about is asking your audience, right? Like I'm asking you to go validate stuff, like listen to your audience. Like Mindset School is built the way it's built because I listened to what people were telling me. In this video that I did where I just walked through the prompt, it was 8 minutes long. And then a bunch of people in the comments were like, here, I'll show you the comments. This will be good. So this is the video, but I'm going to go to the comments, which is, and I always put my lead magnet as a pinned comment. This is an important lesson that I'll teach you if you're doing YouTube. Make sure that your comments, your lead magnet is a pinned comment. It just makes it easier for more people to grab, and also in the description. Here is there's some good comments on here. There's some great comments on here. This video changes the game. Thank you for teaching this. I was overthinking it. Overthinking it. It's everywhere. You make a good video, just do it. Here, great video, but I was hoping you'd show the actual creation of the digital product. One time. There's one request. Here's another one that's good. Good job. I didn't really get any negativity on this one. Just subbed, definitely. Captions. Please teach how to sell these products. At this point, 2 people said it. I was already making the video. I'll show you what happened. This is a very important teaching moment. Thanks, man. So 2 people have said it. There's a third one too. I was trying to find it. Where do we sell these PDFs? That's 3. Like that is done. You get 3 people to say it, you do it. Well, let's go back to the main page. All right. Hope you guys saw all that. I made this video. So here's the 20 ideas you can sell. And then this one builds and sells your first product step by step. 24,000 views. It was almost guaranteed that this was going to do well. Why? Because they asked me to make it. So if 3 people said they wanted it, I add zeros to it. It's probably 30,000, and I was pretty close. So 30,000, 24,000 people have watched this video, and this one got me like maybe 1,200 subscribers or something like that. Here we go. Thank you. Wow. I just showed them how to do it. So I'm walking, I picked it up where I left off. So I went to that prompt, and then if you go through this video, so I'm building it, and then I show my lead magnet. I show how I built the landing pages, and then I actually showed how to sell it, right? I just gave you, no, I didn't actually physically launch it, but I just showed you how to build something in a funnel. So go check those videos out. I work remotely. I'm an introvert, basically leave home for errands. However, I love being an entrepreneur. I used to have a computer repair business. So you've done it. Okay. I'm an introvert. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. I posted a question on that video and I see you have answered it. Thank you so much. I actually went back to search out that video. Did you post a question on that? See? So the comments are gold. Like this is where you can get a lot of information. And that's how I get a lot of ideas for my videos, which is like people are asking like, hey, how do I do this? How do I do this? What about this? How do I stop overthinking? Well, I got this whole community that helps you do that. And it does. People are learning to stop it with the overthinking nonsense. Because as I always say, and as I will continue to say in this video, overthinking has never helped you. It has never helped you. Doing research on your business, getting stuck in research phase, and analysis paralysis has never helped you. It is not your friend. It is time to break up with it permanently. Get rid of it because it is not serving you. It is not serving your family. It is not serving your dreams. It's actually choking them. Do you guys understand that? Like quit it with the overthinking. It doesn't help you. You just got to do it. Who's in here still? Badger, are you in here? What else do you guys want to learn about? And for those of you who have joined, thank you very much. Shows you how, can I post the link? Of course I can. I would be delighted to do that. I'm not being, I am kind of a smart aleck, but yes, I would be delighted to do that. Let's go back to the videos, popular. So how to do it. This is also in the membership, the 5-day digital product challenge if you're an annual member, but this will help you do it. All right, let's go back here. I did. I saw that this is the video. KC, see you, man. Got to get your boots on the ground. All right. Don't forget to sign up before it goes up to 17 bucks. I don't want you to spend more money. You don't have to. Does that cover you, Rain, all the way? All of those two links, those two videos? Good. Good, good. Hopefully. Happy Labor Day. My son just woke up. Oh, to be young. Staying up all night. It's a good turnout for Sunday. 15 in here. This is probably one of the better turnouts I've had. I cannot wait for you to get started. Just, you got to hold on to that feeling as long as you can. Because look, just like business gets boring too. It really does. Because you're doing I do the same stuff over and over again. I live the same day over and over. But I like it. It's a difference, and it's on my terms. So when you're doing it on your terms, and you don't have to answer to anybody, and you're doing it as you say, it's a much different feeling. But I pretty much do the same stuff every day. I send out emails, right? I engage with my school community. I make YouTube videos. I do other stuff, but those are the main things. Like I look at the things, I say to myself, what puts money in my bank account? And I identify those things. And I do those things 90 times, 100 times more than anything else, because all the other stuff, it's just distractions. Like I don't need to watch YouTube videos. I don't need to read books. I don't need to watch the news. I don't need to listen to other gurus. I need to listen to my audience, become a student of my audience, learn from them. Because I think it was Mark, like they're the ones who are going to tell you what's right and what's wrong, what they want, not you, not me. right? That was the first thing I said in my workshop yesterday. I said, if you take one thing away from this workshop, it's this. And Stephen, I got your question. I will get to you in 1 minute. Thank you for asking. Is to be a student of your audience and not other gurus. Like, quit it with the books and the courses and the YouTube videos and all the nonstop stuff. Like, stop it. It doesn't help you. It's never helped you. Be a student of your audience. For real. Great video. I'm curious as to how I can use my job as a high school business and marketing teacher with my hobby of pro wrestling as a 25 plus year fan. Which do you want? The wrestling, the hobby, or the marketing? So you can't do both. We do one business at a time here. But there's something absolutely there. So tell me which one you think sounds better to you. Hey, I have an idea. Ask Mindset School members to share their affiliate links in their social media or their email list. Maybe add a copy and post of what to say. I like the copy and paste part. I do ask them. They just, for some reason, they just don't do it. And you got to remind people. That's why, because they don't, it's like, it's something for them to do. Like, you know what I mean? But that's a great suggestion. You're all affiliates in Mindset School. You get 40%. I pay 40%. So when the price goes up to 120 tomorrow, you get 40% of 120 or 40% of $17 for every month that they're in there. And that's one of my lessons inside of the classroom, which I will share with you right now. Screen share Mindset School. So inside of the classroom, I tell you, while you're going through the Start Here course, want to make a few extra bucks? You're all affiliates. I tell you how to do it. I walk through it. Screen share. Very easy. If you're getting a result here, if you like the group, just tell people about it. You get your own link and school pays you. It's like the easiest thing to do while you're waiting to build your own business. Stephen, any idea on this here yet? Which one do you want to go with? I'm so glad you did too. So, question for you, Journey: are you a subscriber? Were you already a subscriber? I think. What made you click on the live? Because that wasn't the only thing that you saw. Like, what made you click? What was it that jumped off at you? And Stephen, I'm waiting for you, and I'm patiently, and I will help you. I will workshop this, and you will be my last one of the day. Because I gotta be a dad too. They'll think I'm hiding from them. Hello, Francesca from Italy. She always comes. Just jumping in to say hello. Work in progress for me. Wishing you all the best. I love when you come in. You're a subscriber. What did you click on? Title. I'll help you choose your best business idea. Okay. So this is why she clicked on. I'll help you choose your best business idea. I could have just been like, hey, live Q&A. Maybe she wouldn't have. So when you do lives, like, you got to put the title in there that is appealing. Something I learned, because the first one was like, hey, I'm just doing live Q&A, office hours. Like, that's not exciting. Put a good title in there. All right, Stephen, I'm waiting for you, and that's okay, but I'm going to start this. I think I copied where is he? Oh, he's commented. Not yet. Don't worry about my question. Oh. You don't want me to do it? Why not? I won't worry about it. But if you change your mind, I'm here. You could definitely, business and marketing teacher. There's so much there. You could start a hobby group for wrestling on school for people who are interested in pro wrestling. You get people in there easily. Business and marketing teacher. Yeah. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to respect that you said don't worry about my question. So I'm not going to work that. Does anyone else want to workshop an idea? I've got about 9-ish minutes left, and then I'm going to end. And if you like this stuff, so I would just ask before I wrap up in the chat, because again, ask your audience. Like these are the perfect opportunities to ask. Like I always ask, like during the workshop yesterday, I said, hey, what did you guys like? What did you not like? I really want people to tell me what they didn't like, but people are nice and they usually don't say anything. The question I posted and wanted an answer, right? So you got what you came for. What are some other live topics that you would be interested in that I might not have covered? Leave that in the chat if you have any thoughts. Was there something in particular, Rain, I appreciate that comment. Was there something in particular that you liked about this? And look, so sharing like the real here. So I started, we've had 3 members join. 2 members have joined since we've been on here. Beneficial for me, and we'll probably have a couple of others that will join like after the live. People usually join because I leave the links in there and they watch this and they'll consume it and then they'll decide to join. I also clicked on a video today because of my question. Oh yes, right. So immediate help. So the actual getting to speak to the person. So live topics plus help plus live help plus live help. I take note of all this. Good day, everyone. Oh, Jeff, I'm just leaving, man. I'm approaching 2 hours, so I'm going to hop off and in about 7 minutes. I may or may not come on tomorrow. This is 7 days in a row that I've gone live. It's worked out very well. Rain, thanks for the feedback. Tremendous. And this will be the last ditch, the last final for those of you who are, I won't say it again during this live, but I'm going to remind you, it's probably like the 50th time I've said it, which is what you have to do. Like you have a lot of you are going to be weird about asking for money. It's for real. You're going to be weird about asking for money, but if you don't ask, you don't get it. 238 members. We had 3 join, 2 join today during the live, which is super. The price goes up tomorrow to $17 per month. Right now, and $120 per year. So $9 per month, $60 a year, 2-day. I'm changing the price tomorrow. So there's no reason for you to pay more. If you think I can help you, I showed you inside the classroom. If you think at all that I can help you, like what are you waiting for? Just go right here to where it says settings and it'll say join now. The link is pinned. If you can't see the link, let me know. Adriana. In the future, I'd like to hear more about how to get authentic ideas for videos, how to stand out in a niche and not sound fake. Okay, great. Super. How to stand out. This was a question that came out of the workshop yesterday. How do I stand out? You sort of kind of answered your own question there, but I might dedicate an entire workshop, an entire live to that, depending on what your topic is. And this is something that I want all of you to hear loud and clear on content. There is nothing, not a single thing that I teach that you can't find on my YouTube channel. This is in my one-to-one coaching, both of my paid groups, not a thing that I hide. You can go through, you can figure out everything that I'm doing on my YouTube channel. You just have to piece it together, and people don't want to do that. So people they pay for speed. They want it faster, right? So always think about that. Don't hide your stuff. If you have a 7-step blueprint that solves a problem, talk about the 7 steps all the time, all the time, all the time, over and over again. I talk about the same stuff. I have maybe like 5 to 10 core topics that I talk about, and I just repeat it over and over again. Because every time that I say it, every time that I create a video that sounds repetitive, and I'd be like, oh, I keep talking about this. Everyone's tired of hearing about the 26 side hustles or my son or flying on airplanes. Like, no, they're not tired of it. I'm tired of it. But again, it's not about me. Okay. I'm trying to reach people. And every time I say it, someone hears it for the first time. A lot of people hear it for the first time. And then those who have heard it maybe once or twice, they're reminded of it. They're like, oh, Brian keeps talking about that thing. It's starting to get here in the brain. And then you take action, maybe. So you stand out by being you. There's going to be people that do what you do. And there's people that do what I do. I didn't invent this sell what you know stuff. Like, this has been around for a long time. But I do it in a much more, I do it in my authentic way, which is I'm Brian, and this is who I am in real life. And I don't hide anything. I don't try to pretend to be somebody else. So the sounding fake thing, this is how I am in real life. If you get to know me, if you, which my circle is small, this is how I behave. This is how I talk. I shoot it straight. I keep it real. I'm not afraid to offend people because sometimes people need that. I can't help everybody. I just go for it, right? I'm me. And I know that certain people are going to listen to my story about, like, Alvin, the 26 side hustles. People connect with that. Yeah, me too. I overthought everything, like being away from my son. That's how you do it. You don't have to keep coming up with new ideas. You have the same ideas. You just come at it with different angles, different perspective. You just get better at it. I've been talking about this stuff for 5 years. I really have. It's just different angles. It gets better and better and better. So you don't have to come up with new content. It's just different angles, repeating your message. We're in the reminding business, not the selling business. My idea is to teach business based on biblical principles. That's great. We have a few people in the mastermind, or 1 or 2 people in the mastermind that are doing something similar in terms of faith-based stuff, coaching, leadership, and then also fitness. So there's people doing that. It's great. Please do a video on studio setup. I know what you need is just a good phone, but the aesthetics of your studio is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I'm using riverside.fm to stream this. And I have, my camera's really good. I invested in a good camera, and then I invested in a really good microphone. I'll stop my share here. But I will do one on that. I think that'll be important, like for creating content. I also just ordered and I'm going to bring it to Mexico with me. I ordered a new microphone, and I ordered a gimbal for my iPhone. So I might test that out in Mexico while I'm walking around, because you can create really, really good phones if you have a newer phone. The cameras are awesome. You just need good audio. So I had this audio setup that I bought. I'm going to put that on. You're not giving it away for free. Here we go. Oh, so what makes people pay for your offer if we give it away for free? I'm sorry that I missed that. If we give it away for free on videos, because they want the order, they want the speed. People pay for speed and access to you. In my particular case, where I'm helping people get over the roadblocks and launch businesses using the skills that they have, they value their time. So they want it faster. So they want access to me. They want to be able to speak to me in a one-to-one capacity, which is why all of my paid offers include a one-to-one call. Mindset School includes a one-to-one call. My mastermind, you get 12 of them with me. That's the difference. They're paying to get there quicker. And accountability too, because that's what people need. Like, you could leave this live right now and not join Mindset School and be like, man, I'm really pumped up. Like, Brian really motivated me, and that fades away. You need somebody to really keep at you. And that's what I do for people. I don't let them veer off the road. When they do, I should say this. I don't let them stay off the road for too long. When they veer off the road, which they do, I bring you back and I check you, right? If I see you doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing, like the distractions, I'm like, what do you do? Why are you doing that? We already talked about this. You're doing this thing. Like quit moving, quit pivoting. That hasn't worked for you. I remind them, hey, that doesn't work for you in the past. Thanks, Brian. Happy Labor Day to you. I joined 45 minutes in, but I've been here in the background. Thank you. Nice to see you again. You were here the other day. I appreciate it. Do I have a video on editing? No, I do not. I haven't done that. Got it. Makes sense. I'm more of keeping it simple. Like, this is a perfect teaching moment. And please don't take this the wrong way. I know you just joined school, Mindset School. Why do we need an editing software when we don't have an offer yet? Vision first. You're going to go through this in Mindset School. Vision first, then your offer. Then you start building an audience. That's when you can start looking at the editing piece. But why would you need that now? I mean, honestly, why would you need that right now? You don't need that stuff. We don't need any of the stuff 5 steps down the line. We need to keep it in front of us because that is the stuff looking at, oh my goodness, LLC, bank account, website, CRM, all this stuff. It just gets too big for you and you don't even start. Like that stuff doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference. You don't need funnels. You don't need any of that stuff. You need an idea, the guts to proceed with it, an offer, and go start talking to people. Go start having real conversations with people. It truly can be that simple. But we overcomplicate it because we think it needs to be hard. Because again, I go back to the school thing, like everything's got to be hard. We got to do all this research. Like everything's got to be perfect before we pull the trigger. It's nonsense. You don't need to. You hit the go button and you figure it out. You're right. I only heard the 26 side hustles yesterday for the first time, and I just see that's it. So Alvin connected with that. And do you know how many times I've said 26 side hustles? Like it's all the time. I say it because it resonates with people. People pay for human connections with the content creator and to be in a community of like-minded folks. They believe it or not, they do. A lot of owners, this is why I think I have the best offer on the internet right now. And I'm not just saying that to blow smoke. For $60 for the year, which is going away tomorrow in 12 hours, you get to talk to me, Brian. You get a one-to-one call and I'm present in the group. Just to ask anybody who's in the group, I'm present. I'm there every single day. And I'm committed to helping you. And people are winning in there. People charge thousands of dollars for the courses that I have in my group. There's 2 things. I'm going to end with this because I'm late here. I gotta respect everybody's time. But there's 2 things about Alex Hormozi. If you don't know who he is, he wrote the book $100 Million Offers, and he's very well known on social media. He says, make an offer so good people feel stupid saying no. And I always think about that. Like, how can I make this so good that people feel dumb saying no? And I stack a lot of what I believe to be a lot of value there. And I also have a tremendously low price, a great price. Like you'll blow $9 today and $60 today or this weekend on stuff that'll never pay you a return ever. And I will actually give you an opportunity to make money, to break through some mental barriers. The second part of the offer is I want to make it so good that people almost feel like it's too good to be true. Like maybe they're questioning it. Like, oh, this, there's no way this could be true. Like he's not going to get on a call with me. He's going to ghost me. Like I want you to think that. That's the second layer of the offer. And something I've been really testing, and it's worked. And I did that by listening to me and not by listening to a bunch of other gurus that don't know me and don't know my audience and don't know what I want, which is why I tell you, be a student of your audience, not gurus. Don't be a student of other gurus. Like you can apply what I'm telling you how to do. You can apply what I'm teaching you to your audience, but pour into them and find out what they want and ask them, because they're going to know. They're the ones that are going to know. If I say, hey, Alvin, what do you want? And you tell me, it's like, I can tell, like, I got that, or I can make that for you. I don't know what your audience wants. You do. You got to talk to them. Does that make sense? There was another guy, Ad, that does something similar to Brian, but when I reached out, it was a Brian that responded. Response is important. You got to respond. I don't always respond right away, but I respond to all of my emails I try to do it within a 1 to 2 day period. But I'm accessible. I'm available to people because that's what they want. That's what I saw. That's what I learned from my audience is they were tired of buying courses that had no support. So I provide a high level of support. And I'm going to do it until I can't do it. And right now I can do it. I'm not worried about what happens if. I'm not worried about 5 steps down the road. It doesn't matter. I'm not there yet. We worry about stuff that's not in front of us right now. Okay, guys, I hope that was helpful. You know what to do next. I'll probably be on tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate y'all being here. Really, it means a lot to me that the feedback and allowing me to workshop a couple of people with their ideas. And you guys got some stuff to work on. Go take some action and be with your families and try to enjoy the day. That's what I'm going to do. All right, everyone. I'll see you. I'm out of here. Take care. Be good.